Well, we are wrapping up National Poison Prevention Week, a week to raise awareness of poison prevention nationwide. It happens during the third full week of March every year. The week's an opportunity to highlight the dangers of poisonings for people of all ages and promote community involvement in poisoning prevention. And here in the USVI, there is a poison control hotline for you to call if you ever need help.
We're here to provide fast, free, confidential service 24/7 for any poisoning emergency or even questions that people have.
USVI Poison Help is just a phone call away. Any questions or emergencies, dialing these digits, 1-800-222-1222, could save you a lot.
Over 80% of the time, we're able to treat you at home and not have to send you in. So we're saving, time and money and worry, just by calling us.
The Poison Control Center, based in Florida, answers all the calls from the Virgin Islands, too. And when the pandemic began, it started seeing a big spike in calls.
From everything like disinfectants, we saw big jumps, bleach exposures, even hand sanitizer exposures where, a parent may have it hanging off of their purse or their bag, and a young child would come up and open it up and either get it in their eyes or in their mouth. And the same with disinfectants and bleaches. And typically at Poison Control, that's what we see. When something becomes more accessible, we do see an increase in poisonings. When something's more accessible, used more often, we see those increases.
Calls for issues with hand sanitizer were up 80% last year. Disinfectants up 75%. Another increase USVI Poison Help saw was melatonin exposures, with more people turning to melatonin to help them sleep. It saw a rise of 43% there. They're also seeing increases with other supplements, too.
You may not think of it, but vitamins and supplements were also increased in cases. They were up about 27%. And you can kind of imagine that we were trying to boost our immunity, trying to stay healthy during the pandemic. And so we may have things out on our counters that we normally didn't, and young kids can get into those. So just really want to remind people, keep anything that could potentially be dangerous to a young child up and away. So up in a cabinet where a child can't see it, in a locked cabinet is best, but even just up and away.
And those with Virgin Islands Poison Help say 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you ever have a question, concern, or emergency, do not hesitate to call.
We're a judgment-free zone. Everyone that answers the phone is a nurse, doctor, or pharmacist, and I'd say a majority of us are all parents or grandparents. We know that kids get into everything. We're not going to judge you. We are going to take care of you. We're going to talk to you just like your healthcare professional would, a doctor or nurse that you were talking to. And we really take care of you and see you through the entire process. So even if it's something where we have to send you into the hospital, we call the hospital ahead of time, let them know you're coming, and we'll even talk to the doctors and nurses that are taking care of you and follow you all the way through your case. We talk a lot about kids, and kids make up about 40% of our calls, but we really are for all ages. We're here for you when life happens. So that can mean you make a medication mistake, you double dose on your medication, you splash bleach in your eye, you step on a sea urchin, or get stung by a jellyfish when you're out in the beautiful waters in the Virgin Islands. If you have a skin reaction, or someone takes a bite of a manchineel apple by accident, your carbon monoxide alarm goes off, all of those things. Anytime you have a poisoning question or emergency, anything that has to do with poison or venom, you can call that 800 number, which is 1-800-222-1222.
Again, that number is 1-800-222-1222. And Bree tells me that a lot of times, again, 80% of the calls they get, they can handle without you having to go to the emergency room. And you can also go online to usvipoisoncontrol.org to get home safety tips, learn more about outdoor hazards, and order free education materials for yourself or your organization, like schools, church groups, or area senior centers.